If you want to be unlike other people, you must think differently and do things different than other people do. It's very hard for you as a person to be exceptional if you think and do the same things as the normies, as the wages, as the brokies. In fact, I would argue it's near on impossible. This is the logic trap that many of you are falling into. I want to be lazy like normal people. I want to do normal things like normal people. I want to work normally. I don't want to work hard, but I want a Lambo. And I want people to think I'm exceptional with no basis behind it, with no true roots to my tree. I just want to look exceptional without being exceptional because I have no exceptional habits or outlooks. And this is why you don't have what you want, because the universe, God, cosmos, karma, whatever you want to call it, is not going to allow you to play fake for a long period of time. The only possible exceptionalism that exists in a win-lose conundrum is in between, to try, because nobody wants to try. Whether they want to win or whether they don't want to lose, nobody likes the idea of struggle. Nobody likes the idea of pain. Nobody likes the idea of setbacks. Nobody likes the idea of banging their head against a wall. Nobody likes frustration. Nobody likes confusion. What you have to do is say, I'm the only one who doesn't care about winning, and I don't care about losing. I love trying. I just got my ass kicked. I don't care because I try my best. I love to try things. When I start a new business, people say, do you think it's going to be successful? I say, I don't know. I don't care. I love to try my best at things. That's it. It doesn't matter if it's successful or not. I'm in love with the trying. I'm in love with what nobody else is, which is the difficult, hard, confusing pain. I'm in love with the conundrum. When you love trying, you're now an exceptional person because nobody else does. Everyone wants to win without trying. Everyone wants to avoid loss without trying. You're the only guy who loves trying. And this is why when people say, I'm frustrated, I'm trying to make money and I can't make any, I say, that's a you problem because you should love the trying. By doing that specifically and exclusively with all things, you are left with the best possible path forward. Then you dedicate yourself with 100% of your gumption towards said path. And by doing that, you will be monumentally successful. So you have to sit here and go, okay, I want to be an exceptional person, which means I have to think differently than the normies do. This is very simple logic. Exceptional in and of itself literally means you think differently and act differently. So the magic to life is falling in love with trying because nobody else does. This is an exceptional mindset. But to fall in love with trying, you need to fall in love with the setback. You need to fall in love with the frustration. When you find yourself confined, when you're trapped, when you find yourself behind prison bars and you can't seem to find a way through, you need to enjoy that. Nobody else enjoys that. Only a winner, only an exceptional person says, I'm trying to launch this business and look at this huge problem I have. Isn't this exciting? Because if I solve this problem, I get to enjoy and show the karma of the universe that I'm the kind of person who never gives up. And I know in the end, if I show the cosmos I never quit, I'll be rewarded. Life is binary. Action, reaction, cause and effect. That's the world we live in. Those are the most important things for you to understand. Cause and effect. If I train hard, I get stronger. Action, reaction, cause and effect. When things go wrong, my instant answer is good. Andrew, we have a big problem. Good. Great. I love problems. I love problems. No one can fix a problem like me. I have a phone book full of problem solvers. I am stubborn. I don't quit. I don't have a problem with motivation. I don't have a problem with dedication. I love problems. I'm gonna fix this problem. That's what I do best. And the reason problems are such a fantastic thing is because problems gatekeep success. So when someone says there's a huge problem here, you get to go, good. Behind that problem, there's definitely gold. Because everyone else, when they get to the problem, they turn away. They get to the impassable mountain. They get to the Himalayas and they turn around and they go back. We want to conquer Nepal. There's mountains in the way. How do you know it hasn't already been conquered? Because no one else would have crossed these mountains. I'm the only guy who will cross them. That's why. Problems are showing you where the money is. Problems are showing you where the success is. Problems are showing you where the exceptionalism is. That's why they're so fantastic. When you play a video game and you start running into enemies, you're heading in the wrong direction. Enemies are a problem to solve. That's how you know you're gonna win. When you're playing a video game and you have no enemies, you're not doing anything. When you run into enemies, you go, okay, I'm headed in the right direction. The end final boss is this way because there's enemies in my way. Problems are great. And the difference between you and everyone else is that you don't care if you can solve the problem. You're not sitting there going, I really want to win, so how quickly and cheaply can I fix this problem? You're not sitting there going, I really don't want to lose, so how quickly and cheaply can I solve this problem? No, you're sitting there going, finally a chance for me to do what I do best, to do what I love most. Finally, something I can try, something I can focus my energy and effort on, something worth my hard work, something worth my labor. I want to try. And now I have a problem. And everyone else has run away from the problem because they don't love trying, but I do. So now when I fix the problem, I get the gold it is hiding. And if you try all the time, you're gonna lose, but you're also gonna win. If you try every day, you're going to lose, but you're also going to win. Now losing is demotivating to the normie. Losing demotivates the wagey and the brokey. But losing doesn't demotivate the man who loves trying, because he's not in it to win and lose. He's in it to try. I dedicated all my time and I tried my very best to try and fix this problem. And guess what happened? What? Nothing. I lost. Did you make any money? Nope. So why'd you do it? Because it was fun to solve. And I learned things. And now I'm a better problem solver. I'm better at puzzles. I have new information, new code. I'm smarter now. And when I get to the next problem, I know things from before. I've learned my lesson. So I solved another problem even quicker than the first one because now I learned new things and I had a great time. I got to dedicate myself to a problem and I fixed it. And then I became fucking rich for life. I built generational fucking wealth while you sit at home broke, because I'm the kind of guy, I don't get demotivated by a loss. I don't care. I will fight you again today. I don't care. I love to try. I love the war. I'm a trier. I'm a workhorse. I'm that dog that pulls the sled. I don't know where I'm going. I've been told this sled needs to move, so let's run it. That's who I am. In the end, we might get to our destination on the South Pole, or we might freeze to death and die. I'm pulling the sled. And every single time you genuinely dedicate yourself to a problem, without crying your eyes out about the fact it's difficult, without crying your eyes out about how long it's gonna take, every single time you dedicate yourself to a problem without being a bitch, your power level increases. Your fucking orgos from the universe. There are electrons passing through your body right now, and they're scanning your entire biology, and they're trying to work out if you're the kind of person who tries or gives up. Right now, microscopic, smaller than atoms, electrons are firing through the flesh and blood and bone that you are made of, and they are scanning your entire makeup, your biological markers to work out if you're a winner or a loser. Do you try at problems or not? Oh yeah, but I've been trying for a long time. I don't care. That's good. That means there's gold behind it. Oh, but I really want to win. Oh, I really want to win. I really want it. I think like everyone else, I really want to win. You sound like a fucking baby. I really want a lollipop. I really want the lollipop. I really want a lollipop. That's not exceptionalism. Everyone wants the lollipop. Nobody wants to lose. Who wants to struggle and try and dedicate themselves? That's the life's winners. Those are life's winners. Only those people. This is how it works. Dedication isn't a thing. Motivation isn't a thing. Even discipline isn't a thing. Fall in love with trying. Fall in love with trying. And then guess what? The magic of the world provides you. If you try 1,000 things with 100% of your effort and you fix 1,000 problems, and 999 of those problems you fix don't change your life, one of them eventually does. And you only need one win. You can lose and lose and lose, and then you win once. Win, lose, it doesn't matter. Fall in love with the war. When you wake up in the morning, this needs to be the feeling inside of your bones. What do I get to try to do now? What lands do I get to conquer? What money do I get to try and take? How much weight do I get to lift? What do I get to try and do now? What is the world giving me? What has the cosmos given me to go and try and do? But you're gonna lose. You know what? Telling me I'm gonna lose doesn't affect my psyche. Tell an average man he's gonna lose and watch him instantly be demotivated. In the normie mind, if he has an idea of something he wants to try, or he's presented with a problem, something he wants to try, and then a genie comes and says, hi, I'm a genie, and I've seen the future, and you're going to lose. He'll quit. He'll sit and go, well, what's the point? I'm going to lose. Because he's just desperate to win. Whereas people like me, if the genie says, you're going to lose, I'll say, I don't care. I enjoy trying. Yeah, but you're going to lose. I'm not in it to win and lose. I want to try. Yeah, but Andrew, I'm a genie and I'm telling you I've seen the future. That's fine. Telling me I'm going to lose doesn't demotivate me on any level. Genies who pretend they know better lie. Your family lies. Your girlfriend lies. Society lies. Your teachers lie. Politicians lie. Doctors lie. Lawyers lie. Judges lie. Everyone lies. Oh, you're gonna lose if you do that. You don't even know. You're a liar. And I'm here to try because I'm a trier. And if I win, I'm not any happier than if I lose. I don't care. I'm happy I got to struggle at something. Me and Tristan don't talk about when we got out of jail. We talk about how we were in jail. Everyone is lying to you because nobody wants you to do better than that. Crabs in a bucket. Nobody wants you to do better than that. If a genie really saw the future and he knew you were going to win, he'd still tell you you're going to lose. He doesn't want you to do better than him. Everyone who doesn't believe in you doesn't want you to do better than them. That's why they're telling you they've seen the future. That's why they're telling you they're better than you. That's why they're telling you you can't do it. That's why they're telling you you're wasting your time. They don't want you to do better than them. That's it. But all of these problems go away when you fall in love with the trying. Because when they talk about these words, these magical buzzwords, these bullets in their gun, lose. It doesn't affect you. Hitting you with their last bullet and you stand there unfazed. Lose doesn't work on me, sir. I'm here to try. Yeah, but you're really gonna lose. Don't give a shit. You're gonna have to do better than that. Is that your weapon? Is that how you've disarmed? Is that how you have destroyed the masculine spirit of all these other men, telling them they're gonna lose and they've all quit and run away? I'm different. I'm exceptional. I'm a different person. So it doesn't matter if you tell me I'm gonna lose. Even if I believe you, which I don't, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me. I can't be affected by your words. Imagine somebody having so much power over you that their words, their discouragement, totally disarms your combative ability. Someone goes up to you and goes, you're gonna lose, and you go, okay. And you go back to being a fucking brute. You're better than that. You are better than that. You're in love with the trying, you're in love with the war. You love getting shot. You don't care if you lose. You don't care if you win. You're there for the chaos. Some men don't want money. They just want to see the world burn. They just want to be in it because they're in it. They just want to do it because they could do it. Those are the exceptional. Those are the triers. Those are the men who break down the walls and find the gold. Those are the ones who are written about in history books. You're telling me they didn't tell Napoleon that he's going to lose against the entire world? Do you think people didn't come to Napoleon and say, we can't fight the whole world, Napoleon? France can't conquer Earth. And you know what he did? He took his glasses off. He looked him right in his eye. I don't care if I win. I want to go to war.
As a man, you win by your very existence. I can do something as simple as put on a Santa hat and lift weights, and millions of people around the world will share it. Some will hate on me and attack me for training as if exercise is bad. Some will be motivated by it. I can do the mundane and capture the entire world's attention. That is the difference between a winner and a loser. A winner can breathe and people will have an opinion about it. A loser is trying very hard to be relevant, and it is your job to win as much as possible, and I'm going to make sure none of you are falling for a very obvious and simple trap. And that trap is the false idea of work and believing that anybody out there gives a shit about you as opposed to themselves, because they don't. There are people who may be aligned with you, who may want to do certain things that you agree with to benefit them and you, but there are very few people who want to self-detriment to benefit you alone. Life is actually very simple because it's a one-move win. Imagine no matter what scenario you're in, you only had to do one thing. Imagine boxing, and no matter what attack he threw at you, no matter how big and strong he was, no matter how tired you were, you didn't have to do any fancy combination. You didn't have to do any kind of clever footwork. You only had to do one move, and you instantly and endlessly 100% of the time won. And life is the same. And that thing is get rich. You know, whenever I see an argument online about anything, my instant response is, thank God I'm rich. And if I am emotionally vested in that argument, if I am looking at that argument and believe the outcome genuinely matters and can affect my life, I'm only more motivated to get rich. If I look at an argument and say, I really care about this, time to get rich. Why? Well, there's two reasons. Reason one is that wealth gives you power and allows you to move the needle, because most of you are not rich enough to move the needle in any significant way. And two, wealth also gives you ability to build your own reality.
Winners have decided to be winners, and losers have decided to be losers. I didn't decide to be a loser, says the loser. It's just hard. It's just difficult. I was just tired. The fact you acknowledge that you were tired, the fact that you accept that it is hard, is why you've already chosen to lose. Winners don't accept these facts. I decided I was going to win. So because I decided I was going to win, the fact that I may feel tired isn't something I even mention. It doesn't enter my psyche. I'm not cognitive of it. I have things to do. The fact that it might be hard has nothing to do with the fact that I'm going to achieve it anyway. Winners have decided to win, and losers have already decided to lose. When you meet a loser, know that's what he wants to be. He wants to suck. He wants his family to struggle. That's what he wants. He decided that's what he was going to be. I've never seen a man who decided he was going to be a winner fail, ever.
Egos are extremely important. Egos have always existed. Throughout ancient history, men, kings, went to war, and millions of people died because someone insulted him because of his ego. Egos are a natural human thing, and they're extremely important. And the modern world tells men to not have an ego. And they do that because it makes you weak and easy to control. You can only have an iron mind if you are so sure of yourself, so egotistical that nobody can break it. So an ego is extremely important. One, because it shows who you could be. But the other reason is also because if your ego is based around beating this person, you get to go through life and be a nice guy to everyone else. People say don't have an ego because they think that if they give you an ego, you have an ego, you're going to be egotistical to the people you meet. I'm a nice guy to everyone I meet because they're not my enemy. I'm not combating against them. I'm a nice guy to every person. I'm a nice guy to every woman. I say please and thank you. I'm a nice person, but I do have a massive ego. But my ego comes into play when I'm fighting against my enemy. Most people's egos work against them, and the way it works against them is they feel entitled. They wake up and they think, oh, I deserve a nice car. I'm a special person. I deserve a nice car. And then when they don't get a nice car, they get disheartened and annoyed. That is not the right way to use an ego. An ego should be used as in, I deserve a nice car, so I'm going to go fucking get one. That's an ego. So this person who you've built, your enemy, he has a nice car because he has worked harder than you have. So he has a nice car and you don't have one. Whose fault is that? There should be no reason, no excuse for you to not do everything that you believe you need to do to be the best person you can be if you've properly created this enemy. You've looked at this list, 25 to 30 points long, of everything this guy does. And you should look at that list and think, fuck, this is who I'm competing against. I need to start getting my shit together. And your ego should stop you from wanting to lose. Otherwise, day after day after day, you are losing to this individual. This individual is beating you day after day after day. You can't let that happen. And you only have one person you're competing against, and it's the person you created, which is nothing more than a better version of yourself. I say to people often, I haven't felt like going to the gym in 2 years. After 10 years of professional fighting, after giving my life to exercise, genuinely, I have not woke up and felt like, oh, I really want to train. I haven't felt that way in a long time. That's why I retired from fighting. But I have still gone and I have still trained regardless of how I feel. This has nothing to do with not feeling emotions. This has nothing to do with just becoming an empty, emotionless void of a person. That's not what this is. This is about understanding that you're a human being. You're going to feel emotions. This is a beautiful thing, and making sure that you use them in the correct way, A, and B, you do not ever let them stop you doing what you're supposed to do. I don't need motivation to go to the gym. I can not want to go with every fiber of my being, and I will still be there, because I use my cerebral ability, I use my mind, and I logically decide what I'm going to do with my day, regardless of how I feel, regardless of whether I'm motivated or not. Life is just getting things done, doing the right things, doing the important things, making sure they're done efficiently and thoroughly so that you live the best possible life. It's as simple as that. It's not particularly complicated. Motivation, inspirational, I've never been one of them people. I don't believe in motivation, inspiration. I don't believe in that crap. I don't believe that you need motivation to get things done. I'm not going to sit here and just talk a whole bunch of motivational things to make you feel good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the things I always did that allowed me to put together the mindset I currently have. If you look at any story literally any story with a hero in it, they all have one thing in common. And that thing is that there's always a villain. You cannot have a hero without a villain. It doesn't matter. You can think of any superhero, any comic book, any book you can think of, any movie, there's always a good guy and there's a bad guy. So for the good guy to exist, there has to be a bad guy. There's no other way for the duality of the universe to continue without this basic tenet. As a man, life is going to be difficult. It's more difficult than being a woman. It's more difficult than anything else. So it's very easy to see yourself. Life is actually easier as a whole if you see yourself as a hero. Because in every single hero story, the hero suffers. He has a hard time. And if you understand that you're suffering because you're a hero, then the suffering begins to make sense. So you can be sitting here right now going, my woman doesn't respect me. I have no money in the bank. This is difficult. I'm struggling here. I'm struggling there. You can feel sorry for yourself, or you can say, yeah, my woman doesn't respect me. I'm struggling. I can't make money. But you know what? That's because I'm a fucking superhero. And my life's going to be hard because I'm a man. And as a hero, it's going to be difficult. These are the tests and the trials and tribulations I have to go through to become someone. Every single male superhero went through a whole ton of shit before he became superhero. You've seen the Batman movie. His parents died. He was locked up in jail. All these bad things happen, and then they emerge as the hero. And this is done for a reason, because it's the reality of life, especially as a man. So right now, you have to understand that you're the hero in this movie. And if you're struggling for a very important reason. And how you handle these struggles and how you deal with these struggles are going to decide the kind of person you're going to be afterwards. You're either going to be a superhero or you're going to succumb to them and you're going to fail. So be happy that you're struggling, because that's important.
I think the universe is absolutely and utterly giving. I've never seen anybody dedicate themselves to something completely and fail. I've never seen somebody eat right, go to the gym every day, train really hard, and not be in good shape. I've literally never seen it. The universe is extremely giving. If you actually try, and you actually want it, and you're actually not making excuses, lying, talking shit, you're gonna get what you want. So when I see people who don't have what they want, I consider them losers. And this may be elitist, I understand that. But if I put myself through endless pain to end up where I am, it's very hard for me to have sympathy on the man who's afraid of pain. You're avoiding pain. I've been through endless. I now have everything I've ever desired. You have none of the things you desire. Am I supposed to feel sorry for you? Because you took the easy way out? Am I supposed to look at you and go, oh, poor dude? No, you were a fucking coward. You didn't go through the shit I went through. You didn't put it on the line. So you deserve your substandard reality. That's what you deserve. You're a fucking loser. Because if you actually wanted it and you actually tried, you'd have it. You could have anything you want.
And that's what people don't understand. If you never miss a day and you never don't try and you're always on time, was I late today? No, on time, and you try and improve every aspect of your life, and you're a professional, and you try and make sure that you analyze your decisions, you give yourself feedback, you don't make mistakes, you're not lazy. If you try and you make it to the top, you end up elitist, because you look at the people down below and you're like, well, why didn't you try? Oh, I did too. No, you didn't. That's a lie. Now you're lying to me, and that annoys me.
Most people are out here believing things and repeating things that were told to them by people who don't even fucking like them. By their enemies. Everyone's mind is fundamentally fucked. All of it. Look at me. I'm a guy who decided to conquer social media. I blinked, I cured my brain, I used basic indefatigability, I used perspicacity, I used compendiousness, I used my mind, and I focused, and I fucking conquered the world in a few short months. It's not difficult, there's just no competition, because everybody's fucking distracted. They're getting distracted by this, distracted by that, watching fucking Netflix, jerking off to Pornhub like fucking jackasses. It's so easy to win if you can control your own mind. To this day, still now, if you look at men, many of them are still trying to conquer the world one way or another. Why does the CEO work 15 hours a day for some fucking conglomerate while the women don't want to work that much, or they'll work hard, but they want to also have a life outside of work? Why do men give up their lives for work? Is it just for money, or is it because they feel important and they feel like they're conquering? This is what I'm saying. Men have that drive inside of them. And this is since the dawn of human time. Why did I fight? Why did men climb Mount Everest? Why did the Romans melt rocks, make swords, and walk in random directions to find somebody, anybody, to fuck them up and take their stuff? This is who we are. So this is what men always were.
If you cannot control your own mind, then you are just a feather in the wind of life. Because your own mind is the only thing you can control. You can't control the weather. You can't control other people. You can't even control whether your heart stops beating. You might have a heart attack tomorrow. You can't control anything besides what you think. If you cannot control your own mind, then you go through life with zero control, zero influence. You can't control anything. You're just a feather in the wind,
waiting for life to blow you from happy place to sad place to happy place to sad place, completely hoping on the gods to be fortunate to you, because if any genuine discomfort comes your way, you're fucked. It is trained, like everything else in life. It is trained. So if you find yourself not appreciating what you have until it's gone, then you must blink and cure your brain. If you find yourself unable to focus or concentrate on tasks, you must blink and cure your brain. If you find yourself unable to go and dedicate yourself to something you don't want to do, you must blink and cure your brain.